don't really care that this is a super tiny guy. No one's gonna go watch this guy or anything. But sometimes it's funny when you guys send me these little accounts and it's like, oh, he's a little chud. Gatekeeping is mandatory. So I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. I'm literally not gonna sit here for this whole fucking clip in the beginning here. But we'll skip around the beginning. He plays for the first minute of this video. Plays the cutscene where spoilers for the game you're never gonna play, which is called Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Spoilers, in the game you are tasked with killing the Justice League. Okay, so here's a scene. There you go. Oh God, it's happening. He's debunking the cutscene, I guess. You and Joker ruined thousands of family. So Harley Quinn could be a hypocrite. That's consistent with her character. Anyway, here we go. It's happening. Here we go. This is very upsetting to the Chuds. The Chuds hate this because they love Batman. And I don't even not like Batman. Batman's fine. You can see his purple evil eye here. Batman is currently... The plot of the game is that Brainiac, a villain, takes over the Justice League and is using them to subjugate the planet. Suicide Squad goes in, kills the Justice League. That's the game. And it does other stuff. It probably has microtransactions and is bad. But everything else, that's what the game is. No one cares about this game except for people who are doing this content. Anyway, so he's literally just played the clip here. Wow, why did that... Cool, it just jumped back to the thumbnail. I don't know why does that even happen here? But this video is called Gatekeeping is Mandatory. And when I looked at this, I had scrubbed because I'd never seen this come through. And I don't usually watch the videos before, and I didn't watch the video. I just scrubbed. And I was like, damn, I'm not seeing this guy show up. So I decided to sit here and watch until he showed up. He's about to show up. The guy's about to show up. And it's just pathetic. I don't care what anyone says. This ain't canon. This ain't canon.
I can't believe this. I absolutely am baffled that we live in a timeline.
That's beautiful, dude. That's so good. Hell yeah. This is actually what happened to this is like, remember Star Wars, kid? We live in a fucking society, dude. This dude's losing sleep. We live in a timeline. What a vibe. I can't believe that they've killed Batman again. We live in a timeline. All right. What timeline do we live in?
Where
I can't even hear you. I have to turn you up.
two of the most iconic and beloved heroes get disgraced by their very own publishers.
Is Spider-Man woke too? Oh no. They're disgraced. You would have thought Batman died IRL. No, that never happened. Comes in Cuzco style from the Emperor's New Groove. Yeah, he did. He walked onto the scene. Fourth walled it. Ask Robin if Joker dropped bars. No.
Spider-Man took an L in his own game by being nerfed and being strongly suggested that he should retire. And then Batman.
Peter Parker being like, man, it sure would be nice if I didn't have to do this shitty job anymore, isn't like a bad thing. I didn't even play these games. I don't care. Like, I like Batman, I like Spider-Man, I like the Suicide Squad just fine. I don't want to play the games. I don't really give a shit. If they were like great games maybe, but they're not, like, they're fine. They're fine games. Retiring is literally a common trope for Spider-Man. I know, right? Peter Parker has tried to quit that job so many times. He's been killed a lot. Batman's been killed a lot. Is this video from 2007? This video is from 3 days ago.
Oh, poor Bruce. He didn't take an L. He got a nuke.
Oh my fucking god, this is so cringe. Why?
Thing that made Arkham Batman a badass was just wiped with someone's ass. And this is ridiculous. I knew Spider-Man was going
I thought he had an accent at first, but he doesn't. He just sounds like this.
rough times in his comic books because Marvel just loves to see him suffer. And while he's Batman, I envied him because Warner Brothers at least always stroked his ego, made him look like a badass and everything's a part of.
It made him stroked his ego? What is wrong with men? What is happening to you? I have no idea. What? Have you seen a Batman movie? It's always about how Bruce sucks. Those are what the movies are about.
I'm talking about Jake, bitch.
This is terrible, but also petition to have Dave steal this guy's style. Dude, I want him to wear a medium-sized Spider-Man. Actually, Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2, maybe? Apparel? That'd be nice. Talking about Batman, bitch. Batman is a fake man, that's true.
Even if he was part of Superman's storyline, he is still like one of the core characters that gets the upper hand on someone.
Uh-huh.
But this, I just couldn't believe it.
That Batman got killed? Why? That it's called Kill the Justice League. It's called that. Also, he was under Brainiac mind control. You could make an argument he doesn't have what makes him Batman anymore if he doesn't have his mind. Get over it. Why are these people like this? This is ridiculous.
Now, I thought Joel Schumacher's Batman from Batman
He has nipples.
and Robin was, and so this is even worse. And I'm just thinking to myself, why? Why?
Because they want to make a game where you kill the Justice League.
Go.
Batman would say, kill me. Kill me. Justice. I'm not wearing hockey pads. Storm's coming. That just starting to sound like Arthur Morgan. Storm's coming. Whoa, girl. They broke his favorite toy. No!
Why is this happening? Why are legacy characters being thrown into the mud and then to proceed to be run over by their own publishers?
I cannot believe this is a human. This is like the kind of human you make up in your head to imagine, in the most straw man sense, the guy that is arguing with you on Twitter. You know what I mean? This is the guy in your head when you are like, this fucking dork talking about titties in Mortal Kombat and almost borderline crying. This is what he looks like. Nope. He actually exists. He's right here. This is him. He sounds and looks exactly the way you thought. There's everything about this. It's crazy.
It's because simply they're hiring people who don't care about the source material. They
The source material.
hate the source material. They rather be working
The source material. I don't understand the argument of like we have to write the same story we already wrote. What is wrong with you? This is using the source material. These are all legacy characters. They've all been in the fucking DC universe for, decades. Since the 90s.
on anything else. And characters they find to be better, they'll prop up and throw your favorite character under the bus.
That's not your favorite character. That is a brain-controlled Batman. You can rest well. What is this guy's name? Christian Anderson? Goodness.
And while doing so, they believe they are fixing your character.
I don't think they're trying to fix anybody. They're just killing people. Also, it looks like this stuff, this is yellow kryptonite, keeps them from being brain controlled or something.
Baby Ink, for example, they're actually the writers behind Marvel Spider-Man and Suicide Squad, which explains a lot. Because in Spider-Man, I've stated this many times in my videos,
Spider-Man.
they nerfed the hell out of him. And he...
They nerfed him? Happens. He knew the rules. He did.
He can't handle anything on his own without Miles bailing him out. And then weird about the Batman.
Go. Is this supposed to be funny? But he just seems upset. Bat would tell him to kill him. Yeah, of course he would. He'd be like, I'm real dangerous. I am the weapon. Or some other dark shit, but corny. I'm the most dangerous man alive. It's actually Superman, but whatever, Bruce. Justice! Relax. Get therapy. I'm glad he got shot. Shoot him again.
And then not only that, there's so much that's wrong in both these games, from lore inconsistencies and just plots just not making sense with the established world.
Like what?
Let's focus mostly on Batman, okay? Because that's...
Okay, let's mostly do Batman. This is a different video game that you're showing us right here.
obvious. Batman from the Arkhamverse, we all know, could wipe the floor with the Suicide Squad.
He gets killed in Arkham Knights, doesn't he? Isn't he literally dead in that? Yeah, what? He can't. He gets killed by Ra's al Ghul in the beginning of that game. Just Ra's al Ghul. Well, hello?
He took down his entire rogue gallery, well, almost entire rogue gallery, in a single night while fending off an entire militia army.
You're a dork, man. You're a dork. Certainly not all at once. Yeah.
You're telling me the Batman from Arkhamverse, who's using the fear toxin, lost to 4 goons wielding guns? Yeah, great. Awesome. I'm glad to see that build-up and hype was destroyed. Thanks.
Was it? I still like the Arkham games. Okay. Yeah, I don't care about this. I don't know. This is really stupid. Gatekeeping is mandatory. I thought he was going to talk about more about the practice of gatekeeping, but now he's just mad about this. Let's talk about gatekeeping.
I am so sick of seeing characters and worlds I love be ruined by writers who think they could fix it.
They're not. This isn't that. They made a Suicide Squad game where you kill the Justice League. There'll be other games with Batman in it, I promise, man. You know? I don't know why you're like this. You need emotional help. You need fucking therapy bad. This is get help. The Michael Jordan thing? Get help. Stop it.
They deem their writing is superior than who has become before them. This is ridiculous. Enough is enough. Both games, both, prop up other characters. Suicide Squad,
it's called Suicide Squad.
Strongly prop up Deadshot and Harley Quinn, and then I already said Marvel Spider-Man 2, they really prop up Miles and as well as Mary Jane.
You play as Mary Jane in the first Spider-Man game. And Miles, I think he means Deadshot, right? Yeah, he didn't say Deadshot. Okay. Miles is Spider-Man. Right, yeah, Miles is Spider-Man. It's whatever. Why are you mad about Miles?
Go.
Like, Peter Parker in the games is like, oh, finally, help, you know? It's like, oh, man. Very, very happy that there's some help around. Think about it. It makes sense that Brainiac wanted Batman out of the picture because he's Batman. Right, this is why he took him over.
No, I am advocating that we should start gatekeeping our fan bases from people who are only pretending they love the franchise.
Okay, and how do you do that, man? Who are you communing with that you will stop communing with in hopes to gatekeep them out of the fandom? You know what I mean? Like, no one played this game. Did any of you play this fucking game? You said the Pinkertons? Yeah, right? Cool, man. What does that mean?
If they truly love the franchise, then they wouldn't see that these characters need to be fixed. Spider-Man and Batman never needed to be fixed.
No one... Where is he getting this fixed notion from? This is just another video game. It looked fun. Yeah, I had live service shit, so I didn't play it. Gameplay was bad. No girl waiting for a massive sale. Yeah, it'll be free at some point on one of the streaming things.
People love
Game
Spider-Man
Pass.
because of his humanity and relatability.
Do they? I think they like it because he swings around in webs. Peter Parker is fine as a character. I liked the first game's pacing. It felt like you were a busy Spider-Man trying to juggle his real life. I have the Miles... I bought PlayStation and it came with the Miles Morales Spider-Man game and I didn't play it. But that's because I'm a bad gamer, not because I didn't want to, I didn't like Miles Morales or whatever. I'm just a bad gamer. I don't play a lot of it. You guys want the same fucking story over and over and over? I don't understand it. Yeah, what do you want him... What?
Understand.
Just play the first game if you like it better.
He's one of the greatest sympathetic heroes we ever had. And Batman.
The greatest sympathetic heroes we ever had?
Oh man, I just love Batman because he's just an unadulterated, pure badass. It's just... you just can't get enough of this guy just being awesome. Yeah, he has his moments of humanity, but let's face it, him just taking on the entire Justice League and being stealthy like a predator and just mopping the floor with like hundreds of enemies. It's just so satisfying to see.
So play those games. You have a little tiny brain though. Like a little tiny one. You're like a little boy. I can't believe these are human men. He has no personality. This is a good dude. When you ask a man to make a D&D character, he's like, I don't know, badass. He's just a badass who does badass stuff all the time. Yeah, cool, man. What's he about? Cool. What's he about, though? And Batman has more character than that in the games, but this guy's too fucking stupid to see it. Like, Batman's whole thing is that he's self-harming and he's a psycho who's probably also harming his city. But just smashing action figures together. Dude, when I had action figures, they had like storylines and shit. I would leave them in places. I don't remember them anymore, but they definitely had them. Can you believe I like D&D? Just play Arkham Knight, bro. All right, it's a good game, yeah. I've 100%ed all 3 of those Arkham games, not Origins.
Yeah. And I know gatekeeping can be seen as a bad thing because we should be able to allow anyone come in. But when those people who are just coming in and ruining everything, ruining everyone's fun, then why should we let them in?
How do you even... I don't even know what does that mean? Why should we let them in? No one's being let in, dude. You have no power over anything. What, man?
If they really love these worlds and characters, why do they see they need to fix it and make major changes? It's because they're not. They rather see our favorite characters get burned to the ground while propping up other characters and even their own original characters.
It's called Kill the Justice League. This isn't the first time Batman has died. It won't be the last. This is so stupid. I need this type of man to have some kind of reformation. How do we get through to these fucking dweebs? Like, what? How can you not just be like interested or just not interested? Why? What? How's this your personality? You have nothing else?
Is a really good example of this. If you have read any of their comic books in the last decade, you will find plenty of comic book panels where famous characters like Iron Man gets talked down to.
Gets talked down to? I have no idea why you think Tony Stark would never, ever experience getting talked down to by another character. What? What challenges do you want these characters to face? Why do these characters have to be treated like gods or fragile babies? Yeah, this is so stupid. A lot of Tony's storylines are about his shitty behavior and about other people being like, Tony, you're shitty. You're reaching too far. You're not doing the right thing. You're choosing the wrong path. And him eventually sowing self-doubt and then overcoming it with his brilliance or whatever. You know, these are the Iron Man stories. What are you talking about? No challenges, only badass fighting. Let's go!
It's ridiculous. And they wonder why these things don't sell, why fans are abandoning it.
They didn't sell. It didn't sell because it's a poor game. I would have killed the Justice League. Dude, fuck me up with killing the Justice League in a video game. I'm about that. That sounds fun as fuck, especially like an open world. The idea that I had in my head would be like an open world. You played Mega Man, right? You sort of choose the levels, and then depending on the order you beat them, it's easier or harder your path to victory. Like having that style in an open world where you can go to Batman Zone, Superman Zone, Flash Zone, whatever, or however the story unfolds. But having like the ability to choose your path in that would have been fucking dope. Having different Suicide Squad members to have different parties would have been very cool. I would absolutely do this if there was some kind of like depth to the gameplay, but it seems to be just an action-only game with very little depth and live service stuff, so I didn't play it. But it would be cool. I'd love to see an arc where Batman tries to fight the systemic problems. Yeah, right? Like, I think you could do both. I think you could have the Bruce line... Or the Bruce storyline of trying to systemically fix things, right? And being part of the problem as Bruce, and then also being part of the problem as Batman, but like both of them are already in the system as those things. You've already committed to being Batman, you've already committed to being Bruce Wayne, right? And you're already a billionaire who has all this money and responsibility and power. So both of those things coming to a head at the same time is obviously the story to tell. It makes so much sense. Like, how do you not write that story? The Batman hinted at that, right? Of course, and I'm hoping that as we continue the Batman stuff, it moves in that direction. Although I don't think it doesn't have to be even woke Batman. It's just like he just has to try to fix stuff, even if he's flawed, because ultimately Batman being flawed is what Batman's about. And getting killed because he got fucking brainiacked is fine too. Beef Bacon, thanks for following, dude. Mr. Nice Fellow, thank you for your first words being shit.
Great. The comic book industry already went to shit, and now everything else that's connected to it, like the movies and games, are also falling to shit because they can't stop being, I hate to say it, whoa. Which is a shame because...
What is woke about murdering Batman with a gun? What is woke about shooting Bruce Wayne in the fucking dome with a hollow point at point blank range and seeing his fucking bat brain splatter on the fucking pavement? What is woke about that? Because he's a billionaire? True. But I would have used a guillotine personally.
Being woke is not inherently a bad thing. It just means... you are aware of social injustice. The problem is that everyone is trying too hard, these writers are trying too hard, or they don't care.
Bork woof.
So yeah, that's what I'm just going to say. I'm going to say we should start gatekeeping, monitoring who's part of the fan base and if they
monitoring
truly are a fan. Now,
what does that even mean?
I'm not saying we should just ban anyone if they don't like a certain product based on their characters. Like, they can have their own grievance. Like, say they didn't find The Dark Knight Rises to be a great film. That's fine. But if they go on the lines of saying like, oh, Batman's problematic because he's a straight white male who is rich and he oppresses the villains, no, they're not a real fan.
Okay, so actually, Wayne Enterprises, is that what it's called still? The Wayne company, the Wayne fucking billionaire, literally is part of the story. Even in the fucking Nolan movies, is part of the problem and is oppressing literally the villains because they're citizens of the city. That's always been part of it. They might not use the word oppression, but it will be like, Bruce Wayne isn't doing enough because the funding is falling through here. Like, literally, the fucking Batman, the last Batman movie, which I bet you liked, was about the Wayne family fucking over a bunch of orphans and shit. Tell me you didn't play the game without playing the game, right? Gotta get your nerd papers out. First order of business, let's ban this guy. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
They're more a fan of the villains, who they most likely connect to more of, which is quite funny if you ask me. So yeah, that's all I want to say. I've been kind of depressed by all this, and I wonder if you guys are feeling the same.
You've been depressed by this? The fuck is wrong with you people? This is this guy's trauma. Oh my god. So this is actually what being a dweeb is. Insane, dude. I can't fucking deal with that. This makes me toxic. This makes me, my toxic masculinity gland is secreting right now. This guy's definitely got bullied in school and blamed on liking nerdy shit. Dude, it's so stupid. This is so fucking childish. You need to get a grip. It looks like he's posing with him. Oh, yeah, he is. He is. I mean, I can't imagine we're gonna run across one of those guys' videos again, but I would love to talk to a guy like that. Wow. How can you be like that? I don't want to pick on the guy necessarily, I suppose, but Jesus fucking Christ. What a bad, just a bad video.